Hi everyone, welcome back onto Phoenix Energy Draws. This is soon spooky season, and for the occasion this is a long overdue video from me, guys. I will show you today how I reach this final stage on this Halloween illustration for you. This is going to be a long video. If you're too impatient, we can go straight to the end at 17 minutes and 17 seconds, 1717. You will see the full time lapse of this process. I'm having a quick cup of coffee. This is a cozy morning and I'm ready to go. If you want to follow the same steps as me or just have a drawing session with me, open Procreate, a brand new blank canvas. I'm gonna be testing my brush for sketching. I will choose the portrait orientation of the page for that. This is going to be a portrait, obviously. You know that I like especially drawing characters. For this Halloween illustration, I don't know, I just thought that something like a vampire could be the easy choice. So this is what I'm aiming at. Again, and as per usual, at this stage I really don't know much about what I'm going to do. I just know that it's going to be a vampire. I'm just sketching a high color. It has to be kind of cool, so I'm trying to draw a kind of intriguing, kind of a little bit arrogant style or air to this character. And that's it really. I don't really know at this stage what it's going to be about. You're about to discover just with me as I'm going through the sketch. At this point I thought that it would be more interesting if the character had something in his hand, so I'm thinking of something like a dagger, and you will see that I will actually end up drawing some sort of ice dagger or something like that. That's all I know so far, so I'm just continuing with the sketch. Obviously you can see that this is a time-lapse version because in reality I was just really having a chill morning and I was watching The Mask on Netflix. I think that's an appropriate movie really for spooky season. That was a very cozy session. As you can see, I'm taking my time because I don't know what I'm doing. Having a good time with Jim Carrey for that, and I'm ready now to go to the lining process. I'm using a brand new layer on that, and just to go straight and save up some time, as you can see on the screen, I'm actually selecting the right part of the face, copying it, pasting it, so I have a symmetrical actually face shape. This is a tip that you can use in your illustration as well. It saves really so much time and also struggle to have everything balanced on your face. And I wanted something pretty, so something balanced. I'm using for that line, I believe, the script brush of your basic library of brushes on Procreate. But I will be soon switching because I think that the edge of the line was a bit too much for me. I wanted something a bit smoother, so as you can see, I'm about to switch to flat brush, and I'm also tweaking the opacity of the brush as well, just to give a little bit of a smoother kind of rendition to the brush. So let's continue with the lining. Guys, I apologize, I'm losing a part of the video right now. You're gonna see me actually going straight boom to the coloring process. Basically, I have created at this point an additional layer where I'm just flat applying the main colors for the character. As you can see, for the complexion of the skin, I'm going for like a grayish purplish tone, and already I'm just adding the main part where I think the shading is going to fall. And for this I'm using a darker shade of purple for that. So around the eyes, as usual, around the cheeks, the neck, collarbones, and I will take it from there. I'm using right now flat brush, in your brush of your library of brushes. I am so bad at voiceover, guys, sorry. Literally, I'm having a look at the screen and trying to explain what I'm doing as I'm seeing it and as I'm remembering it. So I'm using a third shade, as you can see, something a little bit more pinkish, and I'm using, I believe, an additional layer for that. So we are probably on layer 3 right now. So one for the sketch, one for the line, or actually 4. One for the sketch, one for the lining, one for the flat color, and a 4th one for this. What am I saying? Am I counting correctly? Guys, you know what I mean. Anyways, let's move on. For the eyes color, I first thought I would be going with a very light blue, and eventually I thought that a dark color for the eyes would give a more intense look to the character. And since we are drawing a vampire, I think this is appropriate. Same for the eyebrows. Actually, I first thought that maybe something white would go well, but it wasn't intense enough, so I switched back to a black color for the eyebrows. I think it really intensifies the look of the character and the eyes, and it's much cooler this way. So again, just don't hesitate to create a new layer each time if you want to isolate your coloring process. At this point I am on my 5th layer, applying some darker shades around the eyes again for the intensity of the look, and I'm just continuing and trying to add more details to the eyes and the eyeballs. It's time to start to work a bit more on the clothing as well. So I start to apply now like a darker shade of, it's actually dark brown, blackish dark brown, as you can see on the screen, to the back of the head towards the eye color. I'm trying to also quickly draw the edge of the color as well. Nothing to elaborate really, and I'm gonna be also dealing with the background in a minute. It's going to be something extremely simple, but for now let's add the little details such as the earring. For the main outfit, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It looks like band-aids, to be honest. I went with a red color at first, and then I started to play a bit more with the layer effects and I just decided to leave it as it is with this kind of like greenish tone. And we are going to work a bit on the hair. So as you can see, I knew that I wanted the hair really white, but I did switch the eyebrows to a black color. I think the contrast of the two works kind of well. I'm not going to spend too much time on the hair movement or details. I'm just using quickly a blue color, kind of bright actually, for the hair, and that's it. So now I have already added some flames in the background, and guys, for that literally I just cheated. So I did use the brush under your element subcategory of the library. You have one brush called, I think, flames or smoke or something like this, and literally you do nothing. I just picked a red color and it gives you this amazing effect. It creates basically flames. What you're seeing right now on the screen, you see me, I'm basically working upside down with my camera. This is actually a trick that I would really advise you to use. This is very useful if you want to see very quickly and easily where you need to pay more attention. Oftentimes, if your drawing or your lines and some elements are not balanced, and if your lines are a bit off, just by turning your canvas upside down, you should definitely see where it's really strange. The same way, when you take one of your illustration and you place it in front of a mirror, like a physical mirror, you will see all of the ugly parts. So definitely a trick that I recommend. I'm now working on the dagger, and as I mentioned before, this is a sort of light dagger or ice dagger. All I wanted to do is that kind of transparent effect on the sword, really. So I'm trying to recreate that, and you see me right now using my ultimate favorite brush, light pen, my favorite light pen, basically using it all the time for all light effects, as you can see. So I'm just adding some sort of reflections a bit everywhere on the dagger. I want to add a little bit more of details on it, but I don't quite know where I'm going with that. So as you can see, I'm just drawing like spikes, and I'm using light brush this time just to work a bit more on this dilute, is that even a word, on this, yeah, dilute light effect. Apologies, I'm French. We are almost done with this sword and with the illustration. To be honest, I'm just adding the final effects right now. If you have watched my other videos before, you know that this is the very final stage and the stage that I love the most, just because really I'm using light pen everywhere. So right now I'm just adding this blue reflection to the right part of the illustration, just really to keep the logic of the light reflection coming out of the dagger. So I'm applying a bit of blue everywhere on the right part of the drawing, so meaning the left part of my vampire's face.
Even though we weren't going to do it, but we done. I know it's a big one. It's much fun. I know who you are. I think everything about that. This is Roger. Let's be honest with you.
It comes so easily, really. Oh, yes, because I am rich. Oh, yes, I could have all the lights. And let's just wait, just wait.
Ciao.
Your person is trying to intuitively suss you out. A
At this stage, for some reason, I started to feel that the nose was a bit too pointy to my taste, so I'm literally giving him a nose job on the spot. For this, I'm just slightly raising the lining and I'm trying to soften the edge really. And I'm getting rid of a few extra lines. Same is going to happen with the tooth. I think it's overly placed to the right of the face. No, it's not balanced, something is really off. So I'm just drawing a brand new tooth really, and I'm erasing the other one. I'm doing that on the very top layer of my group. I'm not isolating everything, I'm just literally redrawing the full thing on the layer above everything. And this part, guys, is my favorite part of the whole illustration. What I'm doing right now was the funniest thing ever. With my light pen brush again, I'm just trying to draw, literally it's just dots, guys, but it looks like bits of flames really just floating around my vampire, and I love doing that part, and I think that this is the little detail that gives an extra bit of boost to the whole illustration and look. I'm already signing as usual Phoenix energy, guys, but actually I'm gonna be working a little bit more just before I give this illustration a wrap. I have stopped during the process, so I am now at night time. I signed already, little heart. Kisses to every one of you, by the way, who recently subscribed to my channel. This is much appreciated. Guys, this is the final result. I just added a little bit of a color dodge on the left part of his face, and this is it. We are at the final time lapse. I will let you with that one. Guys, if you have reached this part of the video, you are awesome. This is it for me. I hope to see you again next time. Bye.